It now seems pretty much official that the New York Rangers are not going to be pursuing Patrick Kane at this time. And, obviously it was seen that he might be coming to the Rangers and there was some rumors and stuff. But at this point, with Larry Brooks tweeting out late Tuesday night that the Rangers are not really going to be signing him, it seems pretty much official that it's not going to happen, which is a little unfortunate, I think, but I know a lot of Rangers fans did not want to see him join the team, and I get it. The chemistry might be thrown off. This team is looking great right now. We're one of the best teams in the entire NHL, and I get that and stuff, but if you think about what we did at the last couple trade deadlines with getting, Kopp and Trenur back in 2022, way back then, and then obviously last year in 2023, you're going out and you're getting Kane and Tarasenko. That's a lot of picks and prospects that the Rangers gave up over the last two deadlines. And yes, I know the one in obviously in 2022, it ended up working out well because we went to the conference finals against Tampa and looked, pretty good there, going to game 6 with Kopp and Vetrano were some solid ads, and they were great ads, but we did have to give up a lot for Kopp, Vetrano, Tarasenko, and Kane. And if you think about all that, we traded away a lot of stuff there. And I think that's kind of the one issue with the fact that we're not getting Kane now. I think we might end up doing the same thing we did the last couple of trade deadlines in going out there and sending a second in prospects or a first in prospects, whatever it is, a bunch of stuff, bunch of good assets, valuable assets for a potential rental forward, which, obviously, yes, you'd like to have that, extra depth and the extra firepower, but it's not always ideal to constantly be giving up a bunch of picks and prospects and valuable assets for rental players. And I'm mainly talking about going out there and getting guys like Kane, who are giving up a second, potentially a first, obviously a conditional second that could have been a first, and some other stuff. And looking at Tarasenko, you're giving up a first, I think it was a fourth, and I believe Hunter Skinner as well, a defensive prospect. I know we got Mikkola back in that deal, but let's say, that the fourth rounder cancels out Mikkola, you still gave up a first rounder and a little decent prospect, defense prospect, for a rental Tarasenko, who, yes, Tarasenko was a good player, but, it's a rental deal. You're getting him a first round pick, which is obviously very valuable. So the Rangers have just given up a lot over the years. And even going back before the rebuild happened, we were consistently going out there and trading for rentals or guys with like 1 or 2 year deals, like the Yandel deal, the Stahl deal, all that kind of stuff. And those deals obviously ate up a lot of good assets. But getting back on track here at the Patrick Kane talk, now it does seem like the interested, teams and stuff like that in Patrick Kane are probably the Leafs, Panthers, Sabres, Red Wings, Stars, and Lightning. So we still don't really know what he's going to, sign for money-wise, what the term's going to be, or which team. But it does seem like he's going to be staying in the Eastern Conference like he was last year for the most part. Maybe the Stars get him, who knows? But I'd imagine he's probably staying on the East Coast in the Eastern Conference. So he will more than likely play Patrick Kane a few times. Wherever he does get traded, it's definitely a possibility, which, it'd be pretty cool to see the Rangers playing Patrick Kane when he's not in a Chicago Blackhawks uniform. That'd be kind of cool to see. And he's still an entertaining player, obviously, and we'll see how he comes back from the surgery, which is a big question mark. But if you're judging off what he did last year when he was really hurt and obviously injured, if he's any bit healthier really at all, I think he could be a absolutely great player still. And I'm not saying he's going to be a 100-point kind of guy, but whichever team he does go to, I think he's going to be a good asset to have because he's just going to be a guy who can seamlessly fit in your top 6. Pretty much any team out there, he'll fit in your top 6. He'll be a good, valuable asset to have there. And he's obviously a guy who's been around the league for a while, so he can definitely help out a team potentially go on a long playoff run. It also does seem like, though, that the Rangers never really had a whole lot of interest in bringing him in from what I read from this article here. So that's kind of interesting there that the Rangers apparently never really had a whole lot of interest in actually, bringing him in, which, it seemed like for a while there, the Rangers were one of the top teams, but as Larry Brooks kind of talked about here in this article, it seemed like the Rangers were never really, big fans of bringing him back. So that was kind of odd, I thought, when I read that, but it's not a big deal. I think we can still find great players elsewhere. Obviously, this means a guy like Will Cooley, he's going to be in that top 9 more than likely. You're going to have guys who can get more of a chance. Kakko's getting more of a chance now. If Kane comes in here, it kind of pushes a lot of guys down one slot, but this way, now you can have Will Cooley hopefully in that top 9 consistently on that third line. You can have Kakko there. We can have some of these young guys get more of a chance and have more ice time and develop more, get more power play time. So it's going to be good for the overall team as well, but hopefully the New York Rangers' success can continue because this team has gotten off to a great start so far, and I do understand why the Rangers wouldn't want to bring in, a big new piece who's obviously going to bring in a lot of media attention and just overall attention and distractions for the team. So understand that, but for right now, the Rangers are sticking with what they've got, and this team does look pretty good though, which is definitely a nice thing to see. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. And I do apologize for yesterday's video. I just took the night off. I wasn't looking at Twitter or anything like that. And obviously, of course, Larry Brooks, later that Tuesday night, he just kind of tweets out that the Rangers are not interested in Kane. So I do apologize for putting out that video, even though it didn't really mean a whole lot because of what Brooks said. But anyways, thanks for watching, and see ya.